Susceptible mean as in vulnerable, being in a situation where one is likely to meet with harm. Okay, so that means you are open, you are in danger, you are exposed, you are uncovered, you're in jeopardy. Okay, you are unguarded, you're at risk, as in helpless, lacking protection from danger or resistance against attack. You are unprotected, you are undefended, you are unarmed, you are unresistant, you are weak, you are uncovered, you are abandoned, unguarded, exposed. As in easy, readily taken advantage of. You are naive, you are gullible, you are trustful, you are wide-eyed, you are yielding, you're innocent, you are deceivable, right? You are agreeable. Okay, so susceptible, as I said, means vulnerable. And when you are vulnerable, you are open. You are wide open to anything. You are exposed to anything. You can be exposed to danger and not know that danger is at your door. And you will allow it in. And without questioning it, no question, no nothing. A person that is gullible, a person that is vulnerable, they accept anything. And this is the warning that God is sending to his people on this morning, to guard your heart. There is wolves in sheep clothing. And the Bible says they come like my people, they sit like my people, but their hearts is far from me. Okay, so you can't just allow anything into your spirit, because what you allow into your spirit is what's going to come up out of your spirit. Because like Jesus told the Pharisees, it's not what goes into the body that defiles the body, it's what comes up out the body that defiles the body, right? So what goes in is going to come out. That's what you're going to start speaking, because out of the mouth the heart speak. And so you have to be careful what is going into your spirit in this hour, because people are out here deceiving, and they look like sheep, but they are wolves in sheep clothing. And so this is what God wanted me to warn his people on this morning, to guard your heart. The Bible tells us to watch as well as pray. So when I looked up the word watch, and I did a video on this once before, but let's go through this again so you will understand what I'm talking about. Watch means as in to observe, to keep one's eyes on. So this means to guard, to look, to view, to see, to monitor, right? To monitor something, to wake, stay woke, as in to follow. Don't let it get out your sight. As in to monitor, to pay continued close attention to something for a particular purpose. As in to supervise, to take charge of, especially on behalf of another, to protect, to shield, to safeguard, to see to, then it say mind, to control, look after, to as in to guard, watchman, gatekeeper, defender, to look out. As in watchfulness, the state of being consistently attentive and responsive to signs of activity, opportunity, or danger. So alertness, alert, preparation, carefulness, consciousness, receptivity, I'm sorry, cautiousness, as in to look out and at or period of watching for signs of activity, danger, or opportunity. So that means that, like surveillance, supervision, you're watching, you are observing, you are looking out for the body of Christ. Like this is who we are. I am a gatekeeper in the kingdom, right? And so I stay on watch. God keep me on notice the things that is going on around the world, what to pray for, what to warn his people for. And so this is why I'm here this morning, warning you of the wolves in sheep clothing, to guard your heart. Don't be so open to what you're hearing. Like, it's the spirit. Okay, so Genesis 42:9 says, then Joseph remembered the dreams he had dreamed about them, and he said to them, you are spies. You have come to see if our land is vulnerable. So he was talking to his brothers here. He was testing them. What are y'all here for? Even though they didn't know it was Joseph, but he knew it was his brothers, right? So Joseph, he tested them. You got to earn my respect. You got to earn my trust. Like, you can't just be coming up in here and I don't know what you're here for. You can't be just giving me a prophecy and I don't know you like that. You probably done studied me on Facebook, or you can prophesy a little bit and you want to bewitch me and I don't know what you're doing. Like, y'all, please, whatever you do, because the Bible tells us that in the last days, many are going to say, I prophesied in your name. I cast out demons in your name. I did wonderful works in your name. And he's still going to say, I know you not, you workers of iniquity. Because their heart was not, they wasn't doing it for God. They was doing it for self-gain, right? They was preaching and prophesying and singing and doing all this stuff and was still yet in sin, right? And so this is why you have to have the Holy Spirit to test the spirit. So the Lord himself can warn you, so you can have discerning of spirits. Like, if you can't discern spirits, you're in trouble. You're in trouble because it's so many spirits that is running rapidly out here on this earth today, monitoring spirits, people using witchcraft, Ouija boards, tarot cards, all this stuff. These are spirits that are in operation that if you are open, if you leave yourself wide open, these spirits can come in because you begin agreeing. In order for something to work on you, you have to come in agreement with it. The enemy can't just do anything to you that he wants to do. You have to come in agreement with it. And so when you come in agreement with it, okay, of course he's going to tempt you. Temptation is the first thing that he do to us all. And it's up to you to accept. And when you accept, you come in agreement with it. That means you come in agreement with it. And when you agree with it, now there goes the plot, the plan, and the scheme of the enemy. And this is what he do because you leave yourself open to anything, right? Okay. So then here go Moses. Moses saw in Exodus 32:25, Moses saw that the people were out of control, for Aaron had let them get out of control, resulting in weakness before their enemies. So in the presence of God, you become a target for the enemy. The enemy knows you don't pray. He know you don't study your word. He know. And guess what? Like, baby, they know. Hold on. They know you. They know you because the enemy knows you. And they get their information from the enemy. And so if you are vulnerable, guess what? Because they fishing every day. They fishing for the one that don't read their Bible, the one that don't pray, the one that don't study, the one that don't fast, the one who never stays in the presence of God, the one who don't know God, the one who don't have a relationship with God. Like, they are searching. They are lurking. Lurking means they looking, they seeing who is not really wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in Jesus Christ in this hour. And they are after you. They are after your children. They are out to get whoever they can. And so this too, why you need to teach your babies as well about this world, because if you don't teach them, the world will teach them. Okay. So they're out to get whomever. The enemy is the spirit behind it. The devil, Satan himself, is the spirit behind all of this. The Bible said we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness, rulers of darkness, principality, powers in high places. So the enemy is out to get whomever he can, and he will use whomever that lets him to get you off course, to make you come down off your wall, to make you look at him, because that's how he did Eve. He got her to look. She had an appetite. Her appetite, appetite caused her to sin. It caused her to fall. It caused her to listen to what the enemy was saying because she had an appetite, and her appetite, what he told her, you want to be like God. I mean, asked her, did you really, did God really say don't eat off that tree? He wanted to see what she knew, right? And so to see what she know, he was questioning her. He first wanted to see, does she really know who she is? The enemy tests us to see, let me see, do you really know who you is? And so, even though he said, you won't surely die. There go to deception. You won't die a natural death, but you're going to die a spiritual death. You can be like God. You already like God. He said, you was made in my image and in my likeness. You are already like God. So you see what I'm saying? This comes from not knowing the word. And so he made her look. He got her to take a look at what he was saying. So in order to see something, you have to look. Your eyes have to open, because her eyes was not open to what her appearance looked like, no nothing. But when they sin, their eyes begin to open. And God said, who told you was naked? That's a word. Who told you was naked? At one point, you couldn't even see that you was naked. But what opened your eyes? And he knew what Satan had done. And so he gets you to look. He gets you to open your eyes. And once you start to look, that thing becomes lustful to you. Because now you're paying attention to what he's saying. His same old trick that he used back then on Eve is the same trick that he used today. Still using it to this day. So when you're off guard, because that's what was happening to the Israelites, they was off guard. They got Aaron to build them a golden calf. And, this was their idol. This was their God, because they was vulnerable. They was open. Because God, where are you? Okay, Moses, where are you? Like, they just wanted to hear something. And because they couldn't get Moses to bow down and do what they wanted him to do, how they wanted him to do, you now take this idol and put it in the place of God. And that's what people do, because when you're left wide open and you just want to hear something, now Satan can come in and he can trick you. He can trick you into accepting something that looks like God, but it's not God. But so this is why their enemy was able to attack them. The enemy is the devil, but he'll use whomever that lets him. And he is a person because you ain't going, you can't fight a spirit. Like, you can see a person because a lot of people want to see things. That's their problem. They can't trust God because they want to see everything. They need to know everything. They want to be in control. And when I feel like I'm not in control, then I'm going to go out here and I'm going to get something that I can see because I can't see God. So the enemy used something that you can see because he know you want to see everything. He know that you can't see him because he's a spirit person in spirit. He knows that. But he know people want to see things. And so to throw you off of him that way, this is a spiritual fight. This is not a natural fight. So the first thing I do is give you the person. I give you a person, something that you can see because he know people knows it. So I'm going to give you something to look at, something you can see in person. And then it going to throw your mind off like what it really is. Then it says, let's see which one I want to go to. Let's go to Delilah, Judges 16:19. She made him to sleep on her lap and then called a man in to shave off the 7 braids of his hair. She made him vulnerable and his strength left him. So this is Delilah, who got Samson to believe her that she really liked him, like that. This is what the enemy do. You become a target. He got to find your strength. He got to see what is strength coming from? Who is this guy? I know that if I can pull him out the will of God, then I can take his strength. And so Samson was vulnerable because this was a woman and she was beautiful. And this is what the enemy does. He sent a woman who is beautiful. And sometimes she ain't beautiful. She just look beautiful to you because your eyes is wide open and you just want to feel good. And you just vulnerable. You just wide open. And Satan now is playing games. And so he become susceptible to her. He opens himself up to her and tell her because she threatened to leave. If you don't tell me, well, you must don't trust me then. This is how Satan do. You must don't trust me then. You must really don't like me then. To get you to open up to them, to tell you, my God, to tell you their strength. What is your strength? And that's what she did. And so when she got him to open up, because that's what the enemy does, my God. When she got him to open up to her, I'm going to make you think that you can trust me. I'm going to make you think that I really like you when I really don't. I'm just on a mission. The Delilah spirits that has been running rapidly on this earth as well. I'm going to get you to open up to me and I'm going to get you to tell me, man, what's your weakness? If you cut my hair off, I won't be strong then. What's your weakness? Tell me your weakness. So it's mind games that they are playing. It's mind games. They are playing mind games to get into your mind, to get into your head. They are playing mind games. Okay? Ecclesiastes 10:2. The last one says, a wise person, good sense protect him, but a fool lack of sense leaves him vulnerable. So when you're wise, a person who has wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, as God says, because he said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. So when you lack knowledge, you lack wisdom, you lack understanding. And so a wise person is going to pray before they do anything. A wise person going to say, if a stranger come into my life, God, who is this? A wise person is going to listen attentively and not going to just receive anything. You're not just going to come prophesy anything to me and think I'm supposed to receive it. What do you think spells are? Spells are spoken words that you come in agreement with, and then all of a sudden, you tied up, tangled up, bound, broken, hurt. When you are a fool, you accept anything and everything. But you become wise through the word. When you are a fool, you have no word in you. No word. You don't pray. But when you are wise, you are in your word, you are praying, and you are asking God, everything that's around me that is not like you, Father, expose it. Show me what is of you and what is not of you. Give me knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of your word, Father. Open up my heart to receive, God, what it is that you have for me. Anything that is not of you, God, please, Father, keep it away from me. You got to learn how to pray so that the word can expose the devil, because that's what it does. The word exposes the enemy. So anything that come around me, because guess what? That's why the Lord say, let your conversation be holy. So when you talk about God to people who don't like God, don't love God, really can't stand you, when you begin to talk about the word, guess what it does? It exposes them. They can't stay. This is too much righteousness. This is too much holiness. This is too much God for me. I got to get up out of here, because I know that my agenda was not right. I know that I came here to do some stuff to you that because I was on an assignment. But I can't do it because it's too much holiness, righteousness in this person. My God, they know the word. I can't do nothing with that. The enemy knows he can't do nothing with anybody that knows the word. The enemy knows that he can't do anything with people who praise. He knows this because guess what? There's a hedge of protection around you. There's a fire around you. Baby, listen, the enemy can't do nothing with that. Think about the story of Job, where God asked Satan, he's saying, what are you doing? Satan said, I'm roaming to and fro, seeking whom I may devour. And then God himself asked him, have you considered my servant Job? And Satan said, no, because you have a hedge of protection around him. Even Satan knows that he can't come up against God's covenant. When God have you protected, it's no way possible that the enemy can come against that. And so he told God, if you remove the hedge, I'll show you that he will curse you. I'll show you that he don't belong to you. And so God did it. God tested Job. God allowed Satan to test Job. Because God already knew. He said, I know what you can and can't handle. And this is what's wrong with us. When we go through things, we feel like, oh God, you're not there. Oh God, why you let this happen to me? But God said, I will never put no more on you than you can bear. So if it comes your way, you can bear it. But a lot of things that happen to us is because we are fools. We open ourselves up to the enemy, and we have to go through these things. And God allowed us to go through these things because he knows it's going to teach her or him exactly what I want them to know. To understand that you got to stop opening yourself up to everybody, because everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not for me. Everybody don't love you. Everybody is not going to like you, especially if you're in Christ. He said they hated me first, and so they're going to hate you too. But what's the key to loving your enemies? He said, bless them, pray for them. That's the key. That's the key. Where the enemy can't get to you, he can't make you think about, well, yeah, they did this to me. Yeah, they did this to me. Yeah. And you just coming into agreement with the thoughts in your head, which sets up bitterness, envy, strife, malice, all of that in your heart. So if anybody know how to fight now, it's Sarita. Don't come for me, because I'm going to bless you real, real good. And I ain't going to bless you with no money, no nothing like that. I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray for you, because them prayers going to hit, and you're going to be like, what the world? Why is this happening to me? You don't understand. Bless them. Pray. That's your weapon. That's your secret weapon that the enemy don't want you to know about. I remember I was going through something so hard in my life, and God told me, use your weapons. Your weapon is the full armor of God. That's your weapon, the full armor of God. Put on the armor. Put on the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation. Use your sword. And y'all, I'm done. I'm done. That was the last verse. I am done. Be careful. Be careful. Guard your heart. Guard your heart. Guard your heart. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.